Bentar. Kelihatan?
Ya, kelihatan.
Oke. Mulai.
Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Firstly, I would like to thank to Allah that has given us everything. So this time we can be here and do our activity. I thank to Allah by saying Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. I also want to thank to the teacher and all of you for this great opportunity. My beloved friends, may I have your attention? The presentation is about to begin. Before we saw our presentation, let me introduce our team. I'm Alvina Sagistisinanda as moderator and presenter. And Cintanya as the first presenter. Nabila Alia Larasati as the second presenter. Frila as the third presenter. Khalifa as the fourth presenter. Isnawati for the fifth presenter. And finally, Dita Florenza, presenter. And now, let's open our meeting by saying Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you. The next agenda is presentation session. For the first turn, will be given by the first presenter. Please welcome. Oh, the first presenter is me. Purpose of writing. First, we know the various kinds of conditions and problems that can be experienced by pregnant women. Second, we know what are the causes that can trigger this. Third, we know how to treat it. Fourth, know how to prevent this from happening. Next, itching. Mild itching often occurs in pregnancy, and this is natural because of the stretching and increased blood supply to the skin during pregnancy. The areas of the body that most often itch are the stomach, breast, hands, and feet. Pregnant women may like to experience itching. However, some pregnant women you will feel itching more often after the third trimester of pregnancy. The problem of itching due to an allergic reaction which causes forest fires to feel uncomfortable and interfere with daily activities. Skin allergy problems that occurs in pregnant women that occur due to change in hormone levels and body immunity. Not infrequently, the redness of the skin in one part can spread to other areas. Skin conditions that are less pleasing to the to the eye will disturb and even cause insecurity when undergoing pregnancy. Someone various causes of itching during pregnancy. First, prurigo. Prurigo is a small lump or spot that usually appear on the skin of the arms, legs, and even the stomach. The lump will itch, so it can be uncomfortable for pregnant women. Prurigo can occur in any pregnancy because of a sudden starting from the first trimester, second or third trimester. Prurigo generally occurs in pregnant women caused by dry skin and change in immune function during pregnancy. This skin problem can last for weeks to months. Pruritic, arterial, populous, and flocculus of pregnancy, or PUPPP, double P, PU double triple P is a skin condition where there is a rash that is resistant to itching. This type of rash will usually appear and develop in the trimester of pregnancy with red patches, usually PU-triple-P. Rashes that appear when pregnant are young are caused by several things, including A. Have a very dry skin type. B. Skin condition is not well hydrated. C. Having a body that is too thin during pregnancy. Third, pruritus folliculitis causes a rash, reaction, and itching sensation. Pruritic folliculitis is a condition of skin problems during pregnancy where there is inflammation of the follicles, causing a reaction in the form of a rash and itching, which is quite disruptive to daily activities. The skin problem will usually appear in the second trimester. Not infrequently, folliculitis that appears on the skin will make you feel uncomfortable. The more scarred, the more widespread the rash. The cause of skin allergy during pregnancy can be ascertained, but several studies have not said that the triggers for photic folliculitis are caused by hormonal change. Next, fourth, postular psoriasis. Postular psoriasis is a type of skin inflammation that is frightened by the appearance of postular nodules. This condition can occur during pregnancy toward the end of the second trimester. The skin problems will appear with red, scaly patches and cause itching. Pustular psoriasis can occur because pregnant women experience stress, often take certain drugs or skin infections. Fifth, intrahepatic pregnancy cholestasis or ICP. ICP is one of the health problems that occur in pregnant women. Usually, this problem occurs when it is in the final trimester. ICP occurs due to fluid that damage the function of the liver. This is this is what causes intense itching, resulting in a rash. Itching usually starts from flames, soles of feet, then slowly spread to other parts of the body. 6. Skin itchy diseases caused by allergen. Hives are lumps that appear suddenly on the skin. These hives are included in the group of red beadnicks or patches and even some cases of skin problems that feel like burning. Skin conditions that can appear in the pregnancy can be a side of allergic reaction to food, pollen, insect bites, of other triggers. Next turn is for the second speakers. Please welcome to Cintania.
How to overcome the itching? 1. As a skin moisturizer. Itching during pregnancy is often caused by skin that is too dry. To overcome this, pregnant woman can apply skin moisturizer to the itchy area. 2. As a cold compress. Instead of skirting, a safer way to reduce itching is to give the skin a cool sensation. This can be done by compressing the itchy body part with cold water or ice cups. Wrap in a cloth. 3. Wear loose clothing. The pressure and friction of clothing against the skin also often causes itching and even irritation. Therefore, wear comfortable and loose clothing during pregnancy. 4. Avoid warm baths. Some people think that a warm shower can relieve each thing, but actually this method is less effective for dealing with each thing. Warm water bath can actually make the pregnant woman's skin dry, making it easier to experience itching. 5. As a humidifier on why to prevent the skin from getting drier and itchier is to ask a air humidifier indoors, especially if pregnant women use air condition or AC. This tool can keep the air moist so the pregnant woman's skin does not dry out quickly. Next. Nausea and morning sickness. Nausea and vomiting of pregnancy, commonly known as morning sickness, affect approximately 80% of pregnant women. Nausea and vomiting of pregnancy is generally a mild, self-limited condition that might be controlled with conservative measures. Nausea is very common in the early weeks of pregnancy. Some women feel sick and some are sick. It can happen at any time of day or even all day long. Next. Differential diagnosis and evaluation. Nausea and vomiting in early pregnancy is usually a self-limited condition. When the condition is more severe, potentially serious causes need to be ruled out. If nausea and vomiting begin after 9 weeks of gestation, other causes should be investigated. The findings may suggest pyelonephritis, a common condition in pregnancy. Ultrasonography might be helpful in ruling out gallbladder, liver, and kidney disorders. In addition to hyperemesis gravidarum, pregnancy-related causes of persistent vomiting include fatty liver and preeclampsia. Next. Treatment. The management of nausea and vomiting of pregnancy depends on the severity of the symptoms. I-nom pharmacology therapy, 1 dietary measures, 2 emotional supports, 3 acupressure, 4 ginger. B. Pharmacology therapy, 1 pyridoxine, vitamin B6, vitamin B6 and doxylamine, 2 artemether, 3 antihistamines, and anticholinergics. 4 motility drugs, 5 corticosteroids, 6 other treatment, 1 intravenous fluids, 2 internal or parenteral nutrition. Next. Prevention. If you feel sick first thing in the morning, give yourself time to get up slowly. If possible, add something like Doritos or a plain biscuit before you get up. B. Get plenty of rest and sleep whenever you can. Feeling tired can make the sickness worse. C. Eat small amounts of food often rather than several meals, but don't stop eating. D. Drink plenty of fluids. E. Ask those close to you for extra help and support. V. Distract yourself as much as you can. Often the news gets worse the more you think about it. G. Avoid foods and smell that make you feel worse. It helps if someone else can cook. If not, go for bland, non-greasy food such as baked potatoes, pasta, and milk puddings, which are simple to prepare. Wear comfortable clothes. Tight waistband can make you feel worse.
Okay, next turn is for the third speaker, Nabila Alia. Please welcome.
Licking nipples. Licking nipples or fluid from the breast can be very alarming, but it's normal in many women, so normal that when Linovoet brief Surgeon Susan Locke MD conducted a study where gentle suction was applied to women breasts. 83% of the women of young mother, non-mother, previous pregnant, never pregnant, had some amount of licking. There are many different presentations of licking nipples as well as many potential causes. Well, pregnancy and cancer can be to blame. They rarely actually are. Nevertheless, if you are worried, see your doctor. Color and consistency, among other things, can help determine that might be cause for cancer. Symptoms. Licking nipples can vary in a number of different ways, and some of them can give clue to the possible underlying cause. Licking nipples at least can relate to the most common cause, may appear at specific period in woman's life. This can vary depending on whether a woman is premenopause or postmenopause, and if she is pregnant, breastfeeding, or has given birth in the past. Licking may occur spontaneously, suddenly, and without external influence, or only with breast manipulation, such as squeezing the nipples. Licking nipples may detect and clear. Secondly, rich and milky, purely, puzzly, and conly with infection, or very thick, sticky, and cheese-like, with conditions like blocked milk duct cows. The duct of the female nipples are typically made to carry milk, so a little fluid should be suppressing side. Dr. Love, there are many potential causes of breastfeeding, including the following. 1. Pregnancy. When nipples can be normal during pregnancy, when colostrum began to follow, and generally after delivery, colostrum, the first selection from the mammary gland after giving birth, usually appears dim and light yellow in color and translucent and milky white later on to breed irritation. Irritation of nipples from raw clothing or an improperly fitting bra, as well as excess stimulation or trauma to the breast may cause leaking. 3. Debriding breasts. Premenopause women who have fibrosis breasts where healthy breast tissue feel lumpy and may be painful at times, may have breast leaking before their period. It may be yellow, green, or brown. 4. Hormonal variation. Normal hormonal changes, such as those that occur with menstruation, may cause leaking nipples. In particular, conditions related to progesterone level change in men or women may to be blamed. 5. Hormone medication. Hormone therapy, birth control pills, and sedative of cause a milky leaking. 6. Infection. Mastitis is a breast infection that might cause purulent, pus-like, yellow-green leaking along with effort, pain, and breast tenderness. A breast abscess is a localized area in which the body has well of an infection. Nipples or subarachnoid abscess may especially lead to leaking, which is similar to that with hepatitis, but is often foul-smelling as well.
Okay. Next turn is for the fourth speaker, Prila Junior. Please welcome.
Causes. 7. Mammary duct ectasia. Mammary duct ectasia or black milk ducts is a condition most often found in women who are nearing menopause or perimenopause or after menopause. It occurs when the breast ducts widen and become clogged with thick leaking. The leaking can be green, brown, or even black and very thick and cheese-like. It's often accompanied by nipple tenderness and redness. The condition might lead to a secondary bacterial infection or mastitis and can also cause the nipples to turn inward or nipple inversion, raising an concern about breast cancer. Mammary duct ectasia usually goes away in time, with relief provided by hot packs, but it sometimes requires surgic, surgical treatment. 8. Galactorrhea, a milky liquid similar to that seen in women who are breastfeeding might occur in women who are not breastfeeding, men, or even young children. This is referred to as galactorrhea. It's most often due to an increased blood level of prolactin, a hormone secreted by the pituitary gland that's involved with breast development and breastfeeding in a condition referred to as hyperprolactinemia. In women, hyperprolactinemia is often accompanied by amenorrhea, lack of menstrual periods, but in men, lacking nipples might be the first symptoms. 9. Introductal papillomas. Introductal papillomas are usually benign growths that, by and large, involve only a single duct. They are most common in premenopausal women and often cause a clear or bloody leaking. A lump might be felt on the nipple, but it's often non-tender. Though most are not a concern, they might contain regions of papillary carcinoma of the breast, a type of ductal carcinoma in situ, or DTIS, a precancerous condition. 10. Breast cancer. For 7 until 15% of people who have lacking nipples and underlying breast cancer is responsible. While breast cancer is not a common cause of lacking nipples, it can be an early warning sign of breast cancer that is still in the pre-invasive stage or ductal carcinoma in situ, especially when it occurs in someone over the age of 14. 11. Men lacking nipples should not be overlooked. It's very important to note that women and men can get breast cancer, and male breast cancer is often underrecognized even among physicians. Little research has looked and lacking in men, but one older study from 2009 found that lacking nipples was associated with breast cancer in 57% of male cases. Special attention to lacking nipples in men should be given for another reason as well. Elevated prolactin levels or that cause lacking nipples due to pituitary microadenoma are more easily recognized in women than in men, as they frequently cause of period to stop or amenorrhea. In addition to the lacking in men, pituitary microadenoma might otherwise go undercognized until symptoms of blurry vision or loss of vision develops or due to pressure from the tumor on the optic nerves.
Next turn is for the fifth speaker. Khalifah, please welcome.
Bakes disease of the breast is an uncommon form of breast cancer, accounting for only 1 until 4% of cases. In addition to lacking nipples, that's often bloody. It may cause nipple tenderness or burning and redness, scalding, or flaking of the nipple. A biopsy is usually needed to make the diagnosis. 30. Lacking nipples in newborns. Small amounts of clear to milky liquid nipples or and often some breast swelling or a small lump in newborns is fairly common and is related to hormones left over from pregnancy. Later in infancy, bloody lacking may occur, usually due to mammary duct ectasia. Diagnosis: What your doctor does to reach a diagnosis will depend on your age and any other symptoms. For findings on physical exam, possible tests might include 1. Cytology. A sample of the lacking might be evaluated under the lab to observe the cells present. Will this may show cancer cells? A negative cytology exam cannot rule out cancer. 2. Blood test. A serum prolactin level is often drawn if a milky lacking occurs in someone who is not pregnant or has not been pregnant. A thyroid test or TSH may be done as well. If a prolactin level is elevated with no apparent cause, a brain magnetic resonance imaging or MRI scan or computer tomography or CT scan may be done to look for the presence of a pituitary microadenoma, a benign tumor of the pituitary gland that is treatable with medication that lower prolactin levels. 3. Ultrasound. Ultrasound examination, which uses sound waves, is a common test to look for abnormalities in the area behind nipple and areola. It can be used to identify conditions such as papillomas, though a biopsy is often still necessary, or see below. 4. Doctogram. A doctogram is a test that involves injecting a dye to evaluate will helpful in some cases as well as screening tools like ductal lavage and doctors are not available everywhere. 5. Biopsy. A breast biopsy may be done to evaluate a lump near the nipple, including a skin biopsy if Paget disease is suspect. If breast cancer is a possibility, a breast MRE, ultrasound biopsy, and a mammogram may all be considered.
Next turn is for the 6 speakers. Isnawati, please welcome.
Treatment. The treatment option for lacking nipples will depend on the underlying cause. With some cause, such as lacking in later pregnancy, reassurance in all that's needed, infection or usually treat with antibiotic, drop if an abscess in present, drainage is for fibrocystic disc, aspiration of a breast cyst or system may resolve the problem. Intraductal papillomas are often surgically removed if they are symptomatic. Memory duct ectasia doesn't usually require treatment other than the application of warm packs until the condition resolves on its own. Treatment options for breast cancer include surgery, as well as chemotherapy and radiation. As noted above, there are many potential causes of breast leaking. While breast cancer is not a common cause, lacking nipples as a sign of breast cancer often occurs when the tumor is still very small and non-invasive. When tumors are removed at this stage, they should be, at least in theory, 100% curable. Next. A word from very well. Lacking nipples can be both tiresome and annoying if it stains your clothing. Making an appointment to see your doctor is an important first step in both recording your anxiety and getting to the bottom of the problem so it can be properly treated. Or left alone, it's not concerning. Sometimes the diagnosis can take some time, but it's important to follow through with any recommended tests even if your symptoms appear to resolve on their own. If you are concerned and don't seem to be getting answer, consider getting a second opinion. Symptoms are our body's way of alerting us to potential problems, and it's important to listen even if your doctor doesn't seem worried. Next. Nosebleed. 1. Definition. Nosebleed, also known as epistaxis, is bleeding of the nose can originate from the anterior part of the nasal cavity or from the posterior part of the nasal cavity. Can occur due to causes or systemic abnormalities. Epistaxis is not a disease symptom of a disorder. Bleeding that occurs in the nose is the result of localized disorder of general disease. Most are mild and often stop on their own without needing medical help, but severe, albeit rare, emergency problems that are fatal if not immediate service or Endang and Retno 2080. 2. Pathophysiology. Small and medium artery examination on middle and advanced age seen progressive change of the vascular muscle tunica media intracollagen tissue. This change of the failure of vessel contraction due to the loss of the tunica media muscle, thus resulting in a bleeding many and long. In younger people, examining at the site of bleeding after the occurrence of epistaxis reveals an area that is thin and weak. Weakness of vessel while blood is caused by local or ischemia trauma. Epistaxis can be best in its location, divided into several parts, namely anterior epistaxis is the most type of epistaxis often found, especially in children, and usually can stop on its now. Bleeding at this location is sought from the distal page, plexus, or litter area, which is the anastomosis of multiple blood vessels in the anterior septum, just at the posterior superior and the nasal vestibule. Posterior epistaxis. Posterior epistaxis can originate from an artery, sphenopalatine, and the posterior ethmoid artery. Bleeding is usually profuse and stopped by itself, often found in patients with hypertension, arteriosclerosis, or patients with cardiovascular disease. 3. Etiology. Epistaxis can occur after trauma, likely like blowing your nose with force, sneeze, pick nose, or result several trauma as by irritation, stimulus for this nasal and infection, nasal as rhinitis, sinusitis, lupus, also with tumors such as lymphomas, carcinoma, and fibrosis. Epistaxis can occur after trauma, likely like blowing your nose with force, sneeze, pick nose, or result severe trauma, such as a traffic accident. Besides that, epistaxis can also be caused by irritation of the stimulating gut, forage, bodies, and trauma to surgery. Nasal and sinus infection, paranasal, such as rhinitis, sinusitis, and specific granulomas, such as lupus. Syphilis and leprosy can also cause epistaxis. Severe epistaxis can occur in patients with tumor, such as hemangiomas, carcinomas, and angiofibromas.
Finally, speaker, Dita, please welcome.
For store and determines for location bleeding as well venous must do its own bleeding from parts anterior nasal cavity is as usually the result of going nas idiopathic epistaxis and anterior rhinitis infection disease. Meanwhile, from parts posterior or medial usually due to hypertension, atherosclerosis, fracture, or tumor to it, blood pressure measurement, and check factor blood dotting. Besides routine check-ups and an additional photo examination, school notes, and parental sinuses if necessary, a CT scan. 5. Management. Their main principles in coping epistaxis. What is to stop bleeding, prevent complication, and prevent recurrent epistaxis. Anterior epistaxis. I. Cauterization prior to cauterization nasal cavity anesthesia locally, icing a tampon socks cotton in the combination topical for present lidocaine and 5 phenylphrine. Catering is not performed on both sides of the septum because it can cause perforation. B. Anterior tampons if the cautery can control epistaxis or when the source of bleeding is not identifiable. It is necessary insertion of an anterior tampon with icing the cotton or gas given Vaseline or antibiotic ointment. Next. Past epistaxis. Past epitaxis can be treated by etching. A posterior tampon test procedure is painful and painful require general anesthesia or at least wet adequate local anesthesia. In principle, the tampon can close the cone and fix it on nasofaring to avoid draining blood to the nasofaring. B. Balloon tampons. I think balloon tampons is easier performed compared to fitting conventional posterior tampons, but Lash was successful in controlling posterior epitaxis. There are two types of balloon tampons, fallicatus and specially designed balloon tampons. If this balloon tampon fails to control bleeding, then a posterior tampon was placed. C. Sterilization. The most effective treatment for S is this type of bleeding is by ligating blood vessels that rupture on proximal course of bleeding immediately. There are several approaches to ligation of the arteries, supplying blood to the nasal mucosa. Next, external carotid artery ligation. Ligation is a cell done right in the section distal a superior try to protect supply blood to the thyroid and ensure ligation of the arteries external carotid. This action can be done under local anesthesia. Internal ligation. Internal maxillary artery ligation can done with a transtal approach. This approach is carried out under local anesthesia or commonly than a gradual look incision and make a hole in the canine fossa. Ethmoidal artery ligation, bleeding coming from parts superior concha media is best treated with ligation. Ethmoidal anterior or posterior or both ligation is received through the ethmoid from anterior and posterior to the sutures frontoid. Next, angiography and embolization. So-called for the first time introduced the persistence embolization that we on a internal necessarily be icing about absorbable creatine spawn from the epistasis version. Conclusion. The paper it it can be concluded that pregnant women can be experience several conditions and problems during pregnancy. However, not all women experience this. Some examples of conditions and problems that can be experienced, I think, is mild. It's that general occurs in pregnancy due increased blood supply the last pregnancy. The same that this can also cause is aging during pregnancy, nausea, and morning sickness are common nausea in women during the early stages of pregnancy. That's normal, but some women experience and vomiting, which is called hyperemesis gravidarum. Lacking nipple are normal. Both breast milk that lacks is colostrum, which is the first milk produced by the breast for at Nosebleeds are quite common in pregnancy due to hormonal changes. They usually don't last long but can be very heavy.
Finally, we come to the end part of our presentation. Hopefully, the presentation will be beneficial for you all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much.